This episode of Inside Golf Podcast is brought to you by Inside Sports Network.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Boston Capital, Toodle Steve on the Hold the Green podcast.
All right, we are live. Tap in, birdie.
All right, Carson Young is here.
I bet Ludwig at 28.
Let's go. I bet
You
him
did
at,
too?
I bet him at 25.
Low sevens. I think there's some guys in here we like.
Harris English at 7,300.
I love Brian Harmon at 3.5% this week.
What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday night. It's your boy Capper with Twitterless Steve to talk about the 3M. Yay. What's up, buddy?
Yay! We only have 5 more events before the end of the actual PGA Tour season. Then we got the fall swing to get excited about.
Listen, I'm fine with the fall swing because it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like it's not this thing parading around like an actual PGA event with Sam Burns as the favorite.
Oh, that's not such a bad thing. We've seen worse than that. We've seen worse tournament favorites than Sam Burns.
That's fair. That's fair. I think the Deer had a better field than this one did this year.
Well, I mean, Deer actually had a pretty good field, all things considered. Yeah, it even held my attention a little bit that week. No, I mean, look, like we're coming. For a lot of people, the Open is the end of the golf season.
It's the end. I know.
Yep, and then this is the epilogue. As much as the PGA Tour wants to make you believe that the most exciting part of the season is just ahead, no, it isn't. But I do like the fall. It's definitely a lot more casual, especially for our show. Like it's only gonna be one show a week for golf, and then we're gonna throw in an NFL show. I was actually thinking about it today because I was listening to a Giants team preview that our former colleagues were putting out today. They did a very good job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was reminded that the Patriots play the Giants on Monday Night Football, and we're going to have to do one of those live streams again, like we did a couple of years ago for the toilet bowl for everybody. That's going to be exciting.
Bowl. Man, you should. The hype around the Patriots is so fucking absurd. Like the national media, like, oh, they're going to make a big jump. They're going to be a playoff team. My team is still trash. Drake May won one game last year. I have no idea why they have all this confidence. Why? Because Mike Vrabel did so great at fucking Tennessee. Okay. Like these talking heads have no idea what they're talking about. We have still a terrible offensive line, the worst wide receiver room in the league. Like, I don't know what we're talking about. I am not looking forward to this season. Like, I'm looking forward to like spiking it in people's faces who are all excited. Like the kids who like didn't grow up with the Patriots sucking, who just think it was always Tom Brady and sunshine. Like, no, we're back to the dark ages, baby. Like, buckle up.
Yeah, your offensive line is still very brutal. And
we drafted a kid with my arm size, fucking at left tackle at 4 overall.
T-Rex arms.
You know why T-Rex is always mad?
Why is that?
Because he can't touch his dick.
Oh. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. All right. Well, let's transition to a guy who maybe would not appreciate that joke. Scotty Scheffler wins the Open Championship in dominating fashion. Put it away for sure on Saturday. Cruise to just a ho-hum 68 on Sunday. Made it a little interesting when he tried to get a little cute on that fairway bunker on 8. Left in the bunker, took a double bogey. We all knew that he was never going to get caught.
Nope.
So, Capper, let me ask you a question. What do you think Scotty is thinking now? Holding the claret jug, thinking about his career and legacy. What do you think his mindset currently is right now?
I don't fucking know. On something stupid, probably. I don't know. Like, whatever, man. Like, I just can't deal. Like he's such a good golfer. Like I can't deal. Like he's just so boring to me. Personality wise, he's fucking milquetoast. Like I've called him since day one. He's not interesting at all. He doesn't drive the numbers. People don't care to tune in to see him. Like he makes some like crazy golf shots, but nothing really. You know what I mean? Like it's just robotic. Rinse, repeat, hole high. And once he gets his putter going, everybody's dead. Like that's it. Just everybody's dead once he gets the putter going. So, I mean, look, you can respect the greatness the run he's on right now, compared to Tiger, I guess. But Tiger brought eyeballs to it. Everybody talks about Tiger like for generations. Like, do you remember that shot Tiger did? Remember that shot Tiger did? And I didn't even fucking watch golf, and I remember some of the shots Tigers did. I can't tell you any, like too many great Scotty shots that are gonna like stand out the test of time. And listen, I know Tiger Woods only had Phil and those other guys to beat. And I know that we're super deep now as like a PGA tour, but it's nothing but a bunch of gutless fucking losers who have fat bank accounts and don't have to win. Like none of these guys have like the killer instincts of Tiger. We'll just use Tiger. And fuck, even Phil had a fucking killer instinct. You know what I mean? Like he was a loser, but he tried to win. Like these guys go out and try not to lose. It's disgusting. Like, I don't know. Like, whatever. Good for you, Scotty. I'm sure he'll maybe once he's the Grand Slam, he can fucking leave my TV forever with his horrible personality and just complete lack of self-awareness on how great he has it.
Okay. Well, I mean, so one of the things you kind of just said there was trying to compare like Tiger to like the guys he played with in his era and how quote unquote deep the PGA Tour is. I just would like to point out that it's never been easier to hit a golf ball long and straight in the history of golf right now.
That's the other argument. I always forget to fucking make. The technology is insane.
It is. So you wonder, like, if you give all these guys back in like 2000, all this technology, or even like the 60s, like maybe it would be a little different story as far as comparing skill sets of now versus back then. But listen, like, there's a lot of good golfers in golf right now. Scotty has absolutely risen above all of them.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I said no question. Like he just has. He's just far head and shoulders above everybody else. It's not close.
Yeah, it's running. I think I'm running out of ways to make different arguments or superlatives, or he just doesn't. Nothing that Scotty does now just surprised me, I guess, anymore. I guess the question that we had coming in was like, could he putt overseas or on slow fescue? And clearly he could. How many strokes did he gain this week? Like 10 strokes putting.
10.
So check mark right there. You would think probably in hindsight, I think we kind of talked about it, how if this was more of an aerial game and it wasn't really all that, as lengthy as some other golf courses, and you talk about guys who actually typically win the Open Championship. Like I sometimes I like looking at like how guys do it, like Travelers coming in, because like it's those types of golfers that tend to kind of elevate it, the Open Championship, and obviously he's won Travelers. And now we are just one major away from him winning the Grand Slam at another golf course at Shinnecock Hills. And I know some people I don't know if some people have doubted him there, but that's a golf course with actually kind of similar traits to Royal Portrush, is that all the greens are kind of raised, so you got to have really supreme iron play. The greens fall off on all sides too, similar to Royal Portrush. I don't think the USGA is going to let Shinnecock go to complete hell like it did last time. It's going to learn its lesson. It's going to play very safe. So, the question of when things become unfair, quote unquote, for Scotty, I don't think that's really going to come into play. Yeah, there's definitely a realm where he just checks it off next year, and and then it's all right. What else is there for Scotty at that point?
God, I just hope he goes away. It would be interesting.
Why is it bad for golf to have a guy like him just dominating everything?
Because nothing he does is exciting. Like his wins aren't exciting, his press conferences aren't exciting, his personality is not exciting. He's doing nothing to drive the game of golf. Nothing. Like nobody's tuning in to watch golf when he's up 5 strokes on a Sunday. Like nobody is. Like I'm turning it off. I went to go do other shit. Like I was like, I know this is over. It's like I don't need to see the rest of this. Like it's just nothing he's doing is growing the game. Just not. It's not bringing eyeballs to the sport. Like people, especially Americans, like people with some sort of fucking personality. He has no personality. Like there's a reason why with Jordan Spieth, as annoying as he is, bitching to himself on the course, up and down, and the excitement of watching him, and the storyline behind Rory, and the heartbreak, and it's those type of things that drive storylines, not a robotic guy who has no personality and hits a golf ball really good and doesn't even really care that he hits a golf ball good. That's not good for the sport. It's just not.
I don't know. I always think it's in a niche sport like that, having one dominating force that can drive headlines, that can basically get some of the mainstream talk. Oh, I'm going to actually, can you talk? I'm going to sneeze, by the way. Can you
Yeah,
keep
go
going?
ahead. Yeah, so I understand what you're saying as far as like bringing headlines, but what's the headline? It's a 2-second headline on Yahoo or a scroll at the bottom. Nobody's clamoring to have Scotty Scheffler like he did like on anything. He was on Fallon last night with fucking Adam Sandler. Maybe want to start a pistol. Like like this Happy Gilmore movie is going to be fucking horrendous. They're going to ruin one of my favorite childhood movies. I am very upset about like it. All these people who are in this, I'm just mad. I'm just mad about that. And then look, like I said, I just don't think he's good for the sport. I think guys who drive eyeballs are guys like Patrick Mahomes, right? He's an exciting player. His personality is kind of blah too, but at least he's got some of the off-field stuff. He's super exciting to watch. Tom Brady, off-field personality of a robot. Still dated Giselle, so that made him interesting on that, and was just amazing on the field and like made amazing plays. And look, maybe Scotty will get there. I don't know. He's just not the most exciting golfer. He's just not to me. Like, and look, he does it so well. He makes it look easy when I know it's not easy, right? But he's not hitting crazy. When he has the shot to make the hero shot, he's never making the hero shot. He's laying up, hitting it to the middle of the green and taking his bogey. Ever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not exciting golf. That's not what American sports fans want to see. We want to see the home run. We want to see the big play. We want to see your balls on the table. Like, that's what we want to see in sports. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, look at NASCAR. Like all those rednecks are the same, but I don't imagine listen, I'm just saying like Tony Stewart, huge personality, right? Jimmy Johnson, right? Personality. Jeff Gordon, personality. Like, he just doesn't have a personality.
Yeah, but like I think people just in golf just want to see somebody like the casual fans. I think they just want to see one guy just dominate everybody because it is captivating watching somebody do greatness. And by the way, like you just mentioned, people don't want to see him like if he's in trouble, just hit for the middle of the green. Well, that's winning golf at that point. That's a winning shot. And that's totally fine for him to do that. Like at the end of the day, he has to win, and he has figured out how to be better than everybody, both mentally and physically. So I think it would help if there was somebody who could at least equal him to be a rival. Yeah. Like it's like I was thinking about with like tennis. Like it's always better for tennis when you have like
absolutely
one or two dominating people.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. You have that rivalry. Like, we grew up with like Sampras and Agassi, and then after that it was Roger Federer and Nadal and Djokovic. Now it seems like it's Sinner and Alcaraz, the Spaniard there. So, yeah, it would help if somebody consistently, particularly in the PGA Tour, maybe could get up to his level and have more Sunday showdowns, because we haven't seen like a Rory Scotty showdown. We haven't seen like a Scotty Xander showdown. Like we haven't seen any of those.
I feel like that's what we get robbed of that in the sport too. Like the top teams always go against each other in the Super Bowl. Not really, but you know what I mean? Like we get some of the matchups we want in a lot of other sports. Like we never get the Scotty Rory going down the end and every shot matters. Like it's just the sport doesn't play like that, which is it's just the way it is.
All right. What do you think about Portrush? How it played? You said it was not a open. So you're an asshole on this one?
No, that was just me being an asshole. No, yeah, I thought when the wind kicked up, I thought it played pretty good. Like, yeah, I mean, Scotty kind of ate it up when the winds were down, but that's any open course now, right? Like it's just kind of what I expect. Like I expect the opens now. If it's not windy, these guys are way too good. Like they're just too good.
Yeah, like I think it's important to remember that the courses that they play are at least 100 years old. They have maxed out the capacity of where they can put tee boxes. They are usually on the shorter side, and the Open has always let the conditions dictate how the tournament goes. And you can't help if the weather just doesn't show up for 3 days, and it's going to play. If that's the case, it's going to play benign. Like we've seen at Royal St. George's, at St. Andrews, and now here, that like, and there was chatter in the Discord about how this didn't really feel like a true Open because there was a lot of birdies and the type of profile of guy that was doing well there. Like you look at St. Andrews and you look at Royal Portrush in benign conditions. That's where guys could just kind of tee off and bomb it down there. And when the rough isn't wet, it makes it just very wispy and easy to get out of. But then you see the ones where it's like Royal Liverpool recently or Royal Troon, where you got weather conditions and suddenly TrackMan golf doesn't really play well and you have to learn how to actually play golf. And we saw that on Thursday, but the weather died and there's nothing you can do about it. And I don't think we should let weather conditions dictate if an Open or a venue is good or not, because I remember back in 2019, the consensus about Royal Portrush was how great it was. And and then all of a sudden now, 6 years later, because we got some birdies, we got a guy dominating there, and because the weather didn't really cooperate over the weekend, which, by the way, those weather reports over there, man, they were not on the same page with each other, and that was very frustrating from a gambling standpoint over the weekend as far as trying to do round scores. Hey, is what it is, but it's not the fault of the golf course that it just didn't play all that tough. I still loved Royal Portrush. I loved how it played. I loved how it played on Thursday, and we just need good weather conditions in order to make it truly challenging for these guys, because wind and rain is really, at the end of the day, the only things that really challenges these guys with 2025 technology, and it's just going to continue over and over and over. And if you want to complain about how the golf course didn't really play all that great, maybe you should instead look at the golf ball and the equipment they use instead to maybe challenge them in those ways. So
I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. And it is crazy how you see, like, you brought it up. Like, I wonder how big Tiger's sweet spot was in 1996 versus like what my off the rack sweet spot fucking Cobra driver is. Do you know what I mean? Like, I bet you it's incredible. And I can't imagine what Bryson's cooking up in the lab. And you know what I mean? Like, I know there's like testing and things like that, but they're not regulating it. So, I mean, it just kind of is what it is at this point. I wonder. So, like, obviously, driver technology and woods and things like that. Would the iron technology change that much? Like, I know it's changed a lot as far as like distance and like, is it more about like just the spinning control that's changed on those as well?
Yeah, I think it's just it's especially with the golf ball and how it interacts with the club face on the irons. It's so easy to spin the ball and control it. That's really where they get the advantage. But with the driver goes, I remember I showed you that video of Colin Morikawa trying to hit Tiger's driver in 2000, and he couldn't keep it on the map. And Tiger's just laughing at him. And it just goes to show how great Tiger was with just that type of equipment. Like, think about the golf clubs you're using back in 2000. And the golf clubs you're using now, like, you can't get away with mishitting something. And now you can probably hit one on the heel and it'll still go up like 220, kind of keeping the fairway, and you're totally fine at that point. So it definitely is a difference. And if you really are complaining about how golf courses play in 2025, it's not the golf course that really needs to change. It's probably the equipment and the ball that needs to change. Yeah. But all right, so let's put a bow on all this. And actually, let's put a bow on the major season. So let's just ask you some rapid fire questions, some hots, and give your hot takes. So let's grade the 4 majors. Okay. So, all right, start with the Masters. What grade do you give the 2025 Masters?
A+.
Yes, I would agree.
The easiest grade of all time.
That is. It's back when I did the majors pod with BK, and back in April, we were trying to talk about if this was the best Masters of, I think, this millennium, and I thought it was still the second best behind Tiger's Masters in 2019. But yes,
it's a coin flip, depending on, I guess, how you feel, right? Yeah, like, I mean, and it going to a playoff. Like, I mean, everything. Yeah, that final Sunday was amazing. A+.
Yep. Okay. Let me give you some guys who finished inside the top 10 at the Masters. You probably just forget about.
Okay.
So, Sung Jae Im, T5 at the Masters. I think that's probably the only thing of note he's done this year.
It is.
He likes Augusta though. He's had a lot of good finishes there for whatever reason.
He does. Is he gonna? Well, yeah. Well, he's top 10, so he gets to go back next year, regardless of how bad he does the rest of the year.
All right. How about a guy who will continue to go back there because he's won there? But I totally forgot that Zach Johnson finished T8 at the Masters this year.
I didn't, only because I dislike him so much.
You think about that every single day? He's just living rent free.
No, I don't. I don't. But I remember looking on the leaderboard and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, look, as much as I hate him, it is nice to see like a golfer of that type to still be able to compete at a place like this. I mean, like that's why I like watching Fred Couples on the is fun. You know what I mean? For Augusta, it's like, man, can this fucking 65-year-old fucking make it? You know what I mean? Like, oh man, look how we just hit that. But what he hit he holed out with like a 5 hybrid from the fairway for eagle like that. Like, I don't know. Yep. I like that type of shit.
Yeah, it helped. The better weather conditions this year, I think, helped guys like Zach Johnson compete there because usually when bad weather rolls in, they kind of get blown off the map there because it's just so long now. They don't stand a chance. All right, PGA Quail Hollow. What grade do you want to give that one?
I'll give that one a B.
Wow, that's generous. Why a B?
Because at least I got a little bit on Sunday. A little bit on Sunday. Ron was pin seeking. Bryson kind of fell off the fucking map. But yeah, I was gonna go B-. I figured you'd yell at me just because it was Scotty, and I have a Scotty bias. But yeah, I mean, overall, like it played pretty good. Like it was fine. He was kind of cruising, but still within slight reach. Like we had a couple guys who were like, all right, maybe they can get there. And you never know, right? If Rahm doesn't sail it a little bit and he sticks it close, it changes. So at least the last 9 holes were fucking interesting.
All right. I'm gonna give it a C.
Okay.
Worst major of the year. I mean, look, I already had a bad taste in my mouth in the fact that it's not necessarily I don't like Quail Hollow. It's just that it played basically exactly like the Wells Fargo again. And that's just an automatic demerit for a major.
Yeah.
The leaderboard, like I know it's a difficult game to play when you try to gauge it by the leaderboard, but like the leaderboard was just kind of stinky. That didn't really help matters for the most part. Like when I go over the list of guys in the top 10 at that major, you're gonna be like, what? How did that happen? And I don't feel like a lot of action really happened. The only thing I really remember, other than Rahm trying to go for it on 17 there, because he's going for the win, was when there was all the mud balls on Thursday.
I forgot Scotty was complaining that there was mud on the ball.
And they all hit in the water. They all hit in the water on 16. That was fun. Yeah. But that was it, though. That's really all I remember from that. Other than Scotty,
I think I think B might have been a little high. So I see the people in the chat like, whatever. Scotty got 4 million. Who cares? That means there's 2 million grandpas who fell asleep on the couch. I don't give a fuck. And who
including me, by the way, I actually fell asleep.
Yeah, like I literally went to the fucking grocery store and before I had to leave for work. I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
And who in golf is super exciting. I mean, Terrell Hatton's always a fun watch. Rahm's a fun watch. Spieth is a fun watch.
Is Spieth a fun watch? I feel like he's not anymore.
He is, just because he could pull those beans out every once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah,
some stale old beans then.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair. Yeah. But like, listen, it's not even so much about the golfer, right? I was talking more about the shots that he makes, right? Like there's a ton of exciting shots in golf. Scotty doesn't make them. Like when he holds out, like from chipping in, that's exciting. But guys, if you're new, I don't like Scotty Scheffler, so it's very, very biased for me. It's like it's a hugely slanted take. It's like me talking about a New York Yankee. Like I just don't like him. Like it's just how it is. It's not going to change. So,
all right. How about the U.S. Open? What grade do you want to give that?
I give that an A-.
Okay.
If not an A.
All right.
If not an
Expand.
A. Weather, mental midgets melting, JJ Spawn, the grinder of grinders, fucking coming out from that rain delay and just body bagging everybody, and that fucking amazing putt on 18, and just like, yeah, I just, that's the like I said when I think when we did the recap, that's the shit I love about golf. Like give me the grinder who's been working. Like, man, lost to everybody and their mother knew he was losing to Rory at that fucking Sawgrass in that playoff the next day, right? Was able to pick himself up off the mat, grind, really work on the small stuff that was holding his game back, and it paid off at a fucking major. Yeah, like I loved the U.S. Open, and I typically love the U.S. Opens, but this year's was really pretty awesome.
Okay. Before I give my grade, I forgot to give the surprise top 10s at Quail Hollow, and I think this is going to solidify how your grade was way too high. All right, T2, Davis Riley.
Oh,
yeah. T5, and by the way, first round leader Johnny Vegas.
I know, I do remember that.
Yeah. And then how about
Vegas hung on too? Vegas came back after that bad Saturday. He
did. All right. And then 3 guys who are T8. Denny McCarthy, who I don't remember a single golf shot of his during the PGA. Ryan Gerard and Joe Highsmith.
Listen, I got a soft spot, Mike, for Joe Highsmith. I have a soft spot.
Well, I know
we're good with Highsmith for me.
I know you do.
Yeah, that ain't great.
That's not great. All right, as far as my grade for the US, I'm only going to give it a B. And it has nothing to do with the player action, because that was very good. That's actually what kind of elevates it a lot for me. Obviously, JJ Spawn's back 9. Sam Burns and Adam Scott kind of melting down. You had a Hovland charge. You had a Hatton charge. You had a Bobby Mack charge. Like it was a good battle down on Sunday. What gives me some demerit, and I think I might get roasted for this take. I didn't love.
I know what you're gonna say.
I didn't love Oakmont, to be honest, and I understand. Like it was very difficult, and we were planned for that. It just got cartoonishly difficult at times, and what kind of made it taxing to watch for 4 days was I knew the outcome of bad shots where, for example, if somebody hit it in the rough, it was just, all right, he's got to hack out. Or if they miss a green, it's like, all right, I'm going to hack out of the rough. It's going to go 15 feet like this is a bogey. Where I preferred a venue like Pinehurst was the suspense and entertainment was, yes, there wasn't as much of a missed fairway penalty. But when you saw the ball going into the native area, there was that suspense as a viewer and a gambler saying, as it's going towards the native grass, like, oh my God, is it going to be okay? Is it going to be unplayable? Like, what is going to happen here? And then with how the green complexes were, because those were the defense, once the ball hit the green, there was still the suspense of, is it going to stop? And if it didn't stop, where is it going to roll and end up? And for a viewer, for an entertainment standpoint, I like that suspense. It's like how Oakmont was a TV show. I can kind of predict the plot as it goes on, like based on how the shots were. With Pinehurst, I didn't know where the twists and turns were going to go because of how the course set up. So I prefer that style of a U.S. Open over Oakmont. I mean, obviously, it's nice to see these guys that punch in the mouth every now and then. It just got kind of taxing where I got to the weekend and I'm like, I wish I could kind of just fast forward to the back nine. Just all right. Let's.
I know you said that on the recap show too, and I was surprised. I was surprised.
It just became a chore.
I know. It just that I would honestly say that's one of the more surprising takes I've gotten from you since we started.
Yeah, and maybe because I remember this 2016 Oakmont, and I don't know. It got kind of taxing to watch. Towards
did Hendrik Svensson? Was he in the 2016 Oakmont?
No, he actually had to withdraw with an eye injury. After I bet him, I think 40-1, and he got to a great start, and he had an eye injury to withdraw. He got like sand in his eye or something. Okay. The ghost of the phone just threw sand in his face. Those assholes. So, all right, and then Gray in the Open.
C-.
Okay. I'm gonna give it. We're gonna run long. I'll give it a B just because I just love the experience of the Open. Just getting up early. I loved Open Radio. They were
Open radio is the best part about it.
It was. I was listening to it on Sunday, and the hosts were open. This is peak Open Radio. Just openly accusing each other of cheating in bar trivia the previous night.
I heard that.
It was absolutely delightful listening to them. And hearing all like the like them reading like listener comments, that was pretty good.
Hey, Brian from Florida is checking in, and like
and just the blatant homerism for anything Rory does. They were just cheering for the ball to roll to the hole. It's great. It's just so delightful listening to them. And it's much better than hearing the NBC crew. So just on experience alone for just the Open, getting up super early and listening to that, and also having the golf done by like 2:00, it was kind of nice to kind of have the rest of your day at that point. The Open will never get less than a B for me. I find it utterly delightful every single year.
Never less than a B. I don't know.
Royal St. George's is probably like a B minus. I didn't like that tournament that much, so I don't really love Royal St. George's. I think it's the weakest of all 4 venues. So, all right, we're running along. So let's do a quick Ryder Cup talk, and then we'll get to 3M.
Okay.
All right.
Why don't we do longer Ryder Cup talk? Quick 3M.
No, we gotta get through everything. We'll probably be over an hour today. So, all right. So I guess we'll just do the obligatory who's on the Ryder Cup team, and then we'll argue about it. Lock, Scotty. Let's start with the U.S. team. Lock, Scotty, Scheffler, Xander, Bryson. It's probably the only locks, to be honest.
Wait, why do you think those are the only locks? So wait,
I mean, like as far as like slam dunk, like.
Well,
sure.
Hold on. Let me pull it back.
Yeah,
I had the rankings earlier.
I guess that's not what I mean. As far as like mainstream players, we think of like we just think about the Ryder Cup, like, oh yeah, they'll be there.
Oh, okay.
Like
I'm talking about like points locks too, like almost uncatchable.
So like JJ Spawn is a lock.
He's on the team. Yeah.
Russell Henley.
So crazy.
Okay, Harris English.
Which is fine. I love Harris English.
Okay. All right. Now let's get into some interesting ones. All right. So Keegan's probably a lock too at this point.
He's been kind of quiet on that lately, right? And before he was a hell of a lot like, hey, I'm not going to play. And I think he'd be doing the team a disservice. Because I do think he's one of the top 12 best golfers for the United States. So I think he'd be doing a disservice to the team if he didn't play. And he can set up all the matches and do all that shit. And Furyk and Kiz and Webb and whoever the hell else is on there can give them the scouting reports, and they can watch tape at the end of the day to figure out who to put out on the next one.
Yeah. Well, they actually changed the rules. I saw this over the weekend to allow for a vice captain to get player advice, which is basically setting up for Keegan to be on the team. So, yeah. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 guys. Okay. Let's just rattle them off and go yes, no. Okay.
Okay.
Justin Thomas, is he on the team?
Yes.
Yes, he's on the team. Colin Morikawa, is he on the team?
No.
Okay.
This is my team, right?
Well, no, you can't do that. You got to say, is he going to be on the team or not? Like, this is not like Capper's.
I mean,
team,
he's probably going to be on the team, but I don't think he should be on the team. I think he's a gutless fucking loser.
That's what I'm looking for. Is he going to be on the team? Not your opinion.
Well, that's no fun. I like to give my opinion.
Well, you can, but this is the exercise is, will he be on the team?
Yeah, he'll be on the fucking team.
Okay. Is Patrick Cantlay going to be on the team?
Unfucking believable if he is. He fucking sucks at golf now.
I know, but will he be on the team?
Yeah, of course he is. Of course. Because we're going to get trounced. Go get that plus 160 if it's still out there. Fucking ole.
Okay. He's going to be on the team because they're not going to break up the Xander Cantlay team. They're not going to do it. Okay. So let's just end that discussion right now. And but by the way, like the people that say like, okay, like Cantlay can't be on the team. Who are the viable options to replace him? Like there's nobody who's really knocking. There's nobody who's really knocking down the door, I think.
Ben Griffin
to get on the team. Yeah, Ben Griffin's kind of tailing off a little bit. Like he had that one hot month.
He's tailing off. Cantlay hasn't done anything in fucking years.
Yeah, but you need somebody to break up to knock down the door to break up that team. That has been very successful. That's your issue if you don't want Cantlay on the team. So, all right. So we have 10 then. Is Sam Burns on the team?
No.
No. Okay.
Why the fuck would Sam Burns be on the team?
Well, let me list off some other names. Chris Goddard. We're only at 10. We're only at 10, by the way. We got 2 guys. Chris Goddard.
All right, so let's leave Goddard up in the mix. Let's leave him in the mix. He's a player profile for this fucking place.
Okay. I got him. I have him last guy on. So basically, we have one spot then. Sam Burns, Wyndham Clark, Ben Griffin, Mad McNeely, Jordan Spieth, Daniel Berger, Patrick Reed.
Yeah, no, he's definitely not being on the team.
Okay. So what other American have I missed?
That's it. You really haven't missed anybody. So I would put Griffin as my last man on, like over Mav, over Harmon, Novak, Wyndham. Daniel Berger isn't a real fucking thing. So that can stop happening.
Okay. I'm putting Sam Burns on the team then over Ben Griffin.
That's great. Let's run it all back.
Okay.
Let's run the whole fucking thing back.
All right. How about Europe? I think this one's actually pretty cut and dry because I actually think they're going to mostly run back that 2023 team. So
even with Rose?
Well, so that's the one I think would be the swap. So here's my Europe team: Rory, Bobby Mack, Fleetwood, Hatton, Lowry, Straka, Rahm, Ludwig, Hovland, Fitzpatrick, who's playing better now.
Much better, yep.
Yeah, and I think Nikolai Højgaard is going to make the team again. His profile has been really good. He's a long player, played good at the Open. So the question is, who's that 12th guy?
Wait,
here's
has Rasmus been playing better than Nikolai?
No, Nikolai's been playing a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get him confused.
So you got like Justin Rose, who's up and down.
Yeah.
Okay. Thomas Dietrich.
I mean, listen, if the fucking U.S. is bringing the corpse of fucking Patrick Cantlay, I certainly can't scoff at Europe at bringing Justin Rose, who has 10 times the balls that fucking Patrick Cantlay does.
Okay. All right. Harry Hall.
I don't think he fits the course.
Well, so they're actually, I don't think they're going to make it quite as difficult. So apparently what they're going to do, I saw a little story today, excuse me, that they're going to be widening the fairways and creating a first cut or rough. So I think that might benefit the U.S. because if they try and make it a typical bet page where long and straight wins, I think Europe definitely has the advantage over the U.S. Like when you're bringing like Russell Henley and like Colin and like
JJ
Spawn, JT who's all over the map, and like Europe's got a lot of really good drivers. So I think the US should try and make it as easy as possible with pins in the middle of the greens, make it like a driver, like even like shorten up some of the holes. Because if they try to make it a long iron contest too, I don't think they'll win. That's not a good setup for them.
I don't think the US is gonna win anyway.
Yeah. We'll see about that. We'll see.
It breaks my heart because Keegan's going to be a player captain, and that's going to happen. Like, I don't actually know if I could put fucking money on it, even if I might have already. That'll be like on the secret sheet. Because I can't, like, man, I can't imagine. Keegan legitimately might go like jump off a bridge if that fucking happens. Like, he'd be so distraught.
He might. All right, we gotta get to the 3M.
Right.
All right, we got to the 3M. We're long. So, all right. So you heard my preview on Sunday. Any questions about it? Like, I guess, what angles did you take for picking guys this week?
I mean, no real angle. Like, just, I don't know, man. I feel like this course can just come up and get you, and anybody can take it. Like, I always can't remember which course, and then every year I remember which course. This is the course where I equate EVR with water.
Yes,
every year. I'm like, what course is the one that fucked me up about EVR? I won't play him at TPC. And I'm like, oh yeah, the 3M. I mean, look, there's water playable in every play. You don't want guys spraying it, so I don't want guys like Wyndham. Yeah, I mean, Golorov's playing great, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't want anything to do with the top of the board.
Okay.
Nothing.
So speaking of EVR, people are falling for that trap again. I was actually looking at the PGA Tour expert picks, and I think 2 of them picked EVR for their winner,
Where is the
and they
PGA
decided,
expert?
well, he's a Minnesota guy, and
Oh no,
like, I know that's a recipe for disaster. I remember when we covered this, I think back in 2021, he was mega chalk.
oh yeah,
And that's where it came from. If there's water on the course, don't use EVR. Even though he actually has been pretty good at like PGA National.
yeah.
But
And he lose in a. What happened to him over the weekend with the Stableford scoring? Something happened.
I think
I wasn't paying close.
He just ran out of gas. I think Ryan Gerard got the win there. So no, I'm gonna bring this screen up right here. So we're only gonna do a brief weather report because there's actually not that much interesting, and we're going really technical with this. This is the official National Weather Service national map here. So this green spot right here, this is a cold front that's running through the Midwest right now. This is currently dumping a ton of rain on the area to make the golf course super, super soft. Now, there's a question. It's supposed to move out around when the tournament starts. It's just a matter of timing. There's been some forecasts during the week. It's been changing, going back and forth, where maybe the rain and a little bit of wind kind of sticks around Thursday morning, and that would be this front kind of hanging through. But once this front rolls through, look at all this high pressure behind it. It's going to be docile, calm, soft conditions with some humidity. It's going to be hot. And there might be possibly this weather system that comes in towards the tail end of the tournament that maybe bring the winds up a little bit on Sunday afternoon. But for the most part, I think scoring is going to be very, very, very good. Like, we've seen scoring rounds of like -2, -1.9. The course record 60 at TPC Twin Cities, but in the 3M, the lowest round is 62. I think someone's going to shoot 61 sometime this week. It's just going to be hot, humid, soft conditions. Winning score probably over 20 under par is my guess. And what I ended up doing was I modeled after the 2023 tournament. That was pretty easy, where it just seemed like guys who just made a mess all of themselves. Like, the weather elements weren't really in play for them to do it. They just were horrific and sprayed it everywhere. But the guys who just generally kept it in the fairway, the guys that just hit their irons pretty good and putted pretty well for the week, they rose up the leaderboard, and like that separated themselves a lot more. And that's kind of what I went for this week. Is more just guys I think that just aren't going to get in trouble, hit pretty good solid shots from over 150. One unique stat I used this week was poor shot avoidance from over 150. Just,
all right, I like it.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically
on the rabbit hole, I assume.
No, actually, this was on Data Golf that they had this. But it's a statistic where the percentage of shots where you lose more than half a stroke with your approach shot, and that would basically be water this week. So that's just what I used.
I gotcha.
As far as I kind of separating like who I like this week, who I don't, and just guys who generally been hitting their irons pretty good, shown some spike putting weeks. I don't need consistently good putting. I just need you to demonstrate you have been putting pretty well. If you're a longer hitter, if you've been demonstrating a little bit more control of the ball, like I don't need you to just be the big fairway finder, but you just have been driving a little better lately. That's a good qualifier for me. Yeah, that's really about it as far as what I'm looking for this week.
Okay.
So,
all right. Well, that's good. I don't think either of my guys technically fit that category, so that's fun.
That's okay. We're betting a bunch of bums this week.
Oh, it's fine. I bet Siwoo at the top. That was my first bet.
You bet Siwoo at the top. You bet bad bentgrass putting Siwoo at the top. So, all right. Why bet?
It was almost like a knee jerk. It was almost like a knee jerk reaction. I saw it was like 35. I was like, what?
Okay.
This fucking field. Just bet it.
Now you've openly questioned his. I guess I want to say the dog in him.
Yeah, the give a fuck in him. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like he's had. I think you've started to have that take conveniently since he got out of military service.
I think it was actually after he got married.
Oh, you're using that. That's mean. That's
It's not. I can't help when its game started to change. Like, I get it. Like, listen, man, you get married, you get a little fat, get a little happy. It's fine. Listen, man, good for him. Whatever.
All right. So you bet Siwoo, 35-1, and you only have two bets, right?
Yeah. The other guy's way farther down the board, and he's just a bet that I make every time now, just out of spite.
Okay.
Well,
is there anybody else up at the top, like under 40-1 you like?
Graceman, just because.
Just because why?
He can get super hot with his putter. The only thing that worries me is about the irons. And in my brain, I was thinking he could play it way down there, and he can make a bunch of birdies. But the reason I didn't pull the trigger is just because he's not great with his middle irons at all.
No, he isn't. He's been hitting his irons better than his base irons lately.
Yeah, but still.
So, yeah, let's put it this way. I have 10 guys on my card and nobody under 45-1.
All right. Okay.
So I just skipped the top of the board here. Of the guys up the top that I like the best, I mean, kind of like what we just saw a little bit at Portrush, where the TrackMan golfers did great on a golf course with a high missed fairway penalty normally. I mean, benign conditions, Sam Burns, he's driving it really good and get hot with the putter. Iron's been better.
Yeah, I mean, look, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Mad McNeely, I actually like the profile for this place. Driving it really good. Pretty good from over 150. Ranks pretty well in one of those poor shot avoidance categories from over 150. Good bent grass putter. Just 20-1. I couldn't really stomach it, but I do like him a lot this week. And Michael Torbjornsson, just driving it great, long and straight. The iron play has been better. He's been popping up in the leaderboard lately. Putter is starting to get hot as well. We saw like a Matthew Wolff breakout here. Maybe Matthew Torbjornsson can do the same thing. I almost bet Torbjornsson because he had to.
Don't you put that voodoo on that poor kid? Don't say he can be Matthew Wolff. Take that back.
No, once upon a time, we held Matthew Wolff in high esteem.
I know. Look what happened. So don't put that voodoo on that kid.
Yeah. I don't think I'm putting bad voodoo on the kid. So, but it's those three. Like, you got Goddard 18-1. I'd like to see what he does on a golf course that actually would punish him. If he starts spraying it a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, Wyndham Clark's playing great.
What's Ricky done here?
Ricky hasn't done much here, but you think about like a PGA National comp, and
that's
won there a bunch of second place finishes. So I actually thought I thought briefly about Ricky, but I didn't want to get bullied tonight. So
you didn't realize that I've driven 900 miles in the last fucking 72 hours.
Exactly.
I'm not combative.
Yeah. So again, I didn't bet anybody under 45-1, but of the guys I like under 40-1, Sam Burns, McNeely, and Torbjornsson. I just didn't get around to it.
Okay.
So,
all right. So who's your first guy?
Looking at round scores, McNeely under 68.5 has my interest. I don't know if I'm going to actually bet it though, but because it's not a great line value, but I think he's going to go low on Thursday. So
typically, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's go over 40-1. Okay. So just looking at the odds board, I've done a lot of talking. Who are guys you might pique your interest, like from like 40 to 80-1?
This is the problem. Like, none of them. Davis Thompson could be a fucking fire hose. Kevin Yu, I guess. It's just so weird to bet Kevin Yu at fucking 50-1. I mean, and at that point, you're looking at Adam Scott at 50-1. But then you got to remember, Adam Scott hasn't won a tournament in almost 6 fucking years. And is this the one he's going to play when he's on record of saying 4 tournaments matter? He gives a fuck about this tournament? I don't think so. Scam Champ, after showing up a handful of times this year at 55, no thank you. Max Homa, no thank you. I guess Griot, out of anybody, under 60-1. Huey, like once I saw, I'm never going to get over him airmailing that fucking green in that playoff. Like that's somebody who I will never trust until I watch him win, and I won't have money on it. So I guess Grillo. Gun to my head.
Okay. All right. Will you actually bet Grillo? Number one in my model, by the way.
Oh, was he? Yeah, I bet him.
Was.
I bet Grillo. I bet Grillo at 50.
That'd be poetic because I did not bet Grillo, and he cost me at the John Deere. So if you bet Grillo, that would make sense.
It should.
Based on how this summer's been for me, the outright market. All right. So the guys I considered Akshay because driving it better. The iron play has been great. The problem is if I think this is going to be a pretty low scoring 3M, the putter has been really shaky and he's not a great bentgrass putter. So from an outright perspective, I pass on him. I can't do the Kitayama thing. I know a lot of people are. I get it. It's been decent here. He's got a top 5 last year. I don't trust the guy. I'm sorry.
No, I get it. I'm with you. I'm never going to the house party in the Hamptons with Kitayama. Like,
no.
I'm never going to be at that rager. I'll be down the street with my own fucking loser.
No, like if he was 80-1, I think I would take a stab. 40-1 Kitayama.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I think I'm passing. Thought about Jake Knapp. Just hits a lot of bad shots at 150.
Yeah.
Well, so I got a question about this. Like he's driven it really well at PGA National, like a place with a lot of water there. I think the difference is there's not as much trouble off the tee at PGA National. B, that's more of a club down course where you kind of use that mini driver. Like he could do that here.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit more concerned about his erratic approach play over 150. So,
yeah, I mean, even after watching him win, I still remember. Was it the Mexico that he ended up winning?
Yeah, he was awful on Sunday. He just had nobody around. Yeah,
they were showing
nobody.
They were showing the close-ups where he was hitting the ball, and it was like, how is this happening? It's still,
yeah.
It was horrific. Yes.
Well, because it was.
Who'd you bet in here? Who'd you bet?
All right, I bet Davis Thompson 45.
All right, fine. And I mean, I get it.
Yeah, I mean, like he just final grouped at John Deere. So he's won on a bentgrass golf course before. He's driving a great, unlike what you just said about him, the man is not a fire hose off the tee. Guy drives it pretty long and straight, so I have no concerns there. Iron play's been really good. Limits the bad shots from over 150. And I've seen at least some spike putting weeks recently. Like he hit it horrible at the Open, but he turned the putter around. Maybe that's a telltale sign that like maybe the putter might start coming around and
I feel like it's dangerous. I feel like it's dangerous to bring any putting stats from overseas to here.
That's fair. That is fair. But his one win was on bentgrass. So
what did he lose? So we don't get strokes gained total at the Open. Maybe that's why I think he's. Maybe I.
Oh, we did. We do. No, he was off. He gained. I think we missed the cut. He gained 4 strokes putting, lost $1 billion like tee to green.
Okay.
Get him in a golf course that might better fit his game. I 45-1 for a guy I think has a lot of talent who can
in a shit field.
A guy who can win here. Yeah, like I think that's not bad. So I started with him, and then Kevin, I got a 55-1. I said this on the Sunday preview show. My one concern is he's a terrible bentgrass putter. I need that to be a little better, but otherwise though, he's driving it great, hitting a lot of fairways for his length. Iron play over 150 has been really good. Limits the poor shots over 150. I just thought that was a good number for his form and what he's been doing lately.
Yeah.
So
I don't hate either of those at all. I don't hate either of those.
Okay. All right. Thought about Scam Champ. I don't know how, but I did. Playing good. He's playing good.
Yeah, he's been playing good. I know. But as soon as you do that, I feel like didn't he just miss the cut somewhere where he was playing good and he fucking bombed out?
I don't think so. I don't think he's been. I think he's on a pretty good roll at this point. So
it's like he disappeared, like found his love for golf and came back.
Well, he might have also.
Yeah, he has. That could be it too. Yeah. I mean, I guess I say bombed out. Like he kind of disappointed at the Deer.
Okay, so he missed the cut of the Barracuda, but
whatever. That's count.
Okay, but T14 at ISCO, T19 at Rocket Classic, T9 at RBC Canadian Open, T27 Deer, T15 TBC Craig Ranch. So playing good.
I think I'll join you on Thompson.
Okay. What about Luke Clanton?
And I'm gonna bet Griot just because.
All right. What about Luke Clanton?
Stop it.
Why?
Stop.
Why?
He's not even playing good.
Yeah, he's hitting the ball all right.
Oh yeah, okay, great. Hitting the ball all right where? To miss the cut. That's what he's been doing.
Okay.
Sucking balls around the course.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I did not bet Clanton. I mean, he's up to like some books. He was up to 90-1. I made a joke at your expense saying it's 1-0 too short for you.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. What I can't get out of my brain about Clanton is when he was on feature groups at TPC Toronto and he was hitting pull slices, and I'm like, that doesn't look good. And I just feel like I'm worried he's gonna get up to see early on Thursday. I don't know when he's teeing off, but like second hole where it's got water all the way down the right there, and he's gonna hit one of those, and then everybody in the Discord is just gonna melt.
And I'll be there for all of it.
Yeah, I can't get around to him. I know the ball striking numbers look really good. The driver's really squirrely. Putter's a mess.
This always goes back to like the main thing that me and you talk about, or that we argue about. Ball striking only means so much to me. Like, you can strike the ball well. There's still other parts of the game that you have to be able to at least be fucking functional at. And I feel like he's not functional at some parts of these games. And I think he's young and dumb. And young and dumb, like, talk about hero shots, right? Like, he's taking that hero shot every time. He's not putting it to the middle of the green and putting like Scotty. So all right. So those are actually the only two guys under 80-1, I bet, for this week. Jesus. What about Bridgman?
I did not. I didn't get around to Bridgman.
That's what I bet. I bet Bridgman because that's our boy. And
of course it is.
I gotta keep betting him.
That's your boy now.
Okay, fine. You're disowning him? That's fine. I'll take custody.
I've disowned him a little while ago.
Okay.
So, well, I lost it. Well, hold on. I lost a charity bet to you at the Scottish Open because I think they both missed the cut, but he beat him by 1.
But he did.
But he did beat him. What's some matchups that maybe we can get for Bridgman this week? So hold on a second.
Probably Putnam, Matty Schmid, Dougie Gim.
Okay. All right. How about Bridgman versus Matty Schmid?
Oh, give me Bridgman over that Nazi all day, every day.
Okay. All right. Well, considering I bet Matty Schmid outright this week, I'll take that bet.
It's fine. I'll do that for a charity bet. That's
fine. So I bet Matty Schmid. So his irons been really up and down. He had 4 straight tournaments in a row where they were bad, but actually last week at the Open, ball striking turned around, putting and around the green was a disaster. But he's had a lot of spike putting weeks recently. He's been in the mix a lot this year, like second at Colonial. He was in the mix in Myrtle Beach. Driving it pretty well lately too. He's actually he's not the most accurate guy over the last 50 rounds, but at least recently he's kind of tightened that up a little bit. Really good from over 150, limits the bad shots from over 152. Good bentgrass putter in his career. He finished T7 over the BMW International Open recently over in Germany. Those are bentgrass greens. He gained a lot of strokes putting too. I like him this week at 80-1. So that was a bet for me.
I'm fine with that.
Sam Stevens was a bet for me at 80-1 as well. Again, just a solid driver who's not going to get in trouble a lot. Decent putter. Iron play has been really up and down, but he's shown spike weeks at least. So I thought that was a good number for a guy that I feel like we've been betting a lot to win.
I've bet some Stevens. He's been a part of a bunch of DFS shit for me too.
Yeah. So 80-1 on him.
I can only get a 60. I can't wait till I'm right at that.
That was a good number. That was a good number.
Steve, when I'm right at that North Carolina border and I can drive right over and I'm gonna have access to like 5 different sports books, I'm gonna make it my job to get a better number than you every single week to make up for the past 5 fucking years of you just crushing me with better numbers.
Yeah. All right. What's that bet? Bet Matt McCarty at 90-1. This is kind of like the 2023 special of just there was a lot of shorter guys up at the top of the leaderboard that just because the weather conditions are really good, just hit a lot of fairways and made a lot of putts. Iron play has been
shitty.
Okay. It's been okay.
Listen,
It's
man,
been
as somebody he's fucked me 2 out of the last 4 weeks, I'd want to say, in DFS. So like I got a salty taste in my mouth about
it's been up and down, the iron play. He's had a couple spike iron weeks the last month or so. Good putter though, gonna keep the ball in the fairway. Has won on Bentgrass golf course before. 90-1 for him. I bet Kevin Roy at 90-1. And actually, that was not the best number. That was not the worst number you could find on him. Apparently, he drifted to like 110-1 on Bookmaker. But he was just like 40-1, 50-1, like about a couple tournaments.
That's a good number.
Ago. Yeah, and then he had 2 bad tournaments in a row, and now all of a sudden he's back to like 90-1. Maybe he's turned back into a pumpkin, but I see at least a profile of a guy who drives it pretty well, hits a lot of fairways. The iron play has been still relatively good. Did well at John Deere on bent greens, so maybe he can do it again here. And
yeah,
I thought that was a good number for him with that. I bet your boy Austin Eckroat at 100-1. If we're talking about PGA National comps.
Yeah, it's all right.
So again, just hits a lot of fairways. Iron play has been really good lately. Not great putting stats, but he at least kind of mixed a little bit recently, like Travelers, and I just like the ball striking numbers and the fact that he's done it on a water heavy golf course before at 100-1. So I bet him there. Bet Victor Perez at 110-1.
I feel like you bet him a lot.
I bet him a lot. I just like the profile. He's also somebody who's, I feel like as an adult who's actually won tournaments. Like I know it's over on the DP World Tour, but he's won tournaments. He's been good at the Florida courses. Like he's been good at PGA National, good at Sawgrass. Like you got good course history as far as like water golf courses. He had the 4th at the Golf National last year at the Olympics. Drives it really good. The iron play has been great. Putter's been heating up a lot for him too. So I bet Victor Perez at 110-1.
What's Scam Davis doing at 20 points better with a really good course history?
Yeah, but he's been stinky lately.
Stinky at the Rockets, stinky at Travel. Yeah, he blows. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
that means he's gonna top 20.
Yeah, and then 2 guys who I got way better numbers in the current markets did. It's actually kind of scummy what happened. So, have you been following in Discord how the legal books have been locking their pricing when Data Golf releases their predictions?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I bet before that Andrew Putnam at 100. What did I get him at? 120-1.
He's like 70-1 now, isn't he?
Yeah. And then what happened was they ended up after Data Golf locked in, they showed him as like 61. They locked all the pricing, then adjusted everybody down, and he adjusted him now like 60-1.
Terrible.
Pretty scummy. But somebody who is going to hit a lot of fairways, somebody who is pretty good from over 150, somebody who doesn't hit a lot of bad shots from over 150, somebody who's a great bentgrass putter. It really is benign conditions all 4 days where like weather's not going to trip him up or make it a little more difficult to hit fairways. He's been playing pretty good lately as well. Like he mixed at TPC Toronto. He played well at Rocket Mortgage recently too. So I bet him at 130-1. And then I bet Patrick Fishburne at 130-1. Like he's like 71, I think, on other books. But the driving has been a little tighter as far as the dispersion lately. Been hitting a lot more fairways. Doesn't hit a lot of terrible shots over 150. Good bentgrass putter. Some decent finishes recently. He finished top 5 last year at the 3M. So that was another guy I bet. So that's my betting card. It's a big card, but it's a lot of losers.
Like it.
Yeah. And we'll just see what happens.
Yep. I like it.
All right. Any of those pique your interest as far as you joining me on some of those guys? Nah. Okay. So what's your final card then?
I don't know yet. I gotta look. I'm gonna bet Grio.
Okay.
I'll join you on Davis Thompson.
Because you just want to complain about how he looks on Thursday when he bombs out. I know you. I know you when you do this.
Bet Bridgman.
Okay. I gotta write down our charity bet, by the way. Maddie.
Yeah,
Schmidt
write it down.
versus
I was looking
Bridgman.
at Sam Ryder.
You always look at Sam Ryder.
I always fucking look at Sam.
You
Ryder. That's
do.
the problem.
You do.
He stinks. I don't know. I'll fucking figure out the rest of my cat. I've been fucking.
Okay.
Sam.
Will you actually post your card, by the way, for once?
Sure.
Sure. The audience is going to hold you to it. The ISN insiders are going to hold you to it. To actually post your betting card.
All right,
You have not done that, I think, in 3 months.
I do the fucking insider sheet. Listen to the show. You'll find the rest of my other scummy picks.
You didn't give any picks out this week.
Yes, I did.
You gave out like 4 and then like a couple maybes.
So, you mean this week?
Come on,
I thought you were talking about last week. I'm sorry. No. Fine. I'll put out a real card because I'm leaving early. I got a doctor's appointment for a family member in the morning, and then just going straight back up to work. And so I'll have nothing to do tomorrow night, and I'll do it.
Because look, man, like you bet first round leaders, you bet 3 balls. Like
I know
you're robbing the world of this stuff, and like this is what you need to bring to the table. You need to tell everybody who you're on Thursdays.
They would have faded me last month. It's fucking bad.
Whatever, man. People just want sweats.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. I'll give you a sweat, and you'll be cussing a golfer fucking on Thursdays, no problem. But yeah, what do we got? What the hell do we have next week?
Next week's the Wyndham.
I don't mind the Wyndham. I like the Wyndham.
So I like the golf course. I don't like what they've done to it, where like that used to be if you're not inside like the top 125, like you lose.
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
And now it's just okay. You're fine. You can go to the fall. Basically, you have to go to summer school at that point to earn your grade.
Summer school. That's a great
yeah. So like they try and build it as like that's the last chance to get inside the top 70 to make the playoffs. So that I guess there is a little bit of intrigue to that, but I always prefer to when guys are actually playing for their card. Like who was it?
I remember I know how fucking mean you are on the Wyndham days. I remember.
Well, no, I had to eat crow because who was it? It was Chesson Hadley who made an ace to keep his card on Sunday. Yeah. I kind of changed my tone after that, but they took that away, and I think that takes away a lot of the intrigue for the tournament. But it always usually produces a pretty good finish. They do try and set it up difficult over the weekend as well.
Yeah. So
that's always kind of a nice thing.
We know Webb's playing. So
yeah, Webb actually went back to his old caddy, by the way. Tesori's back on the bag.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know. It is interesting.
Right before the Wyndham.
Exactly. Maybe that'll be but Webb's gonna be like 80-1 because books are dumb.
Yeah,
they know we're gonna want to bet him like 200-1.
Yeah, that's fair. Maybe I'll look at the top 20 for him next week. That's the only fucking thing that's been going well for me is matchups and fucking placements over last month.
There you go. All right.
But anyhow, all right. So we'll be back on Sunday night. I don't know if I'll be here in Florida or back up in fucking Georgia. I think since my 21-year-old moved back in and took over my office, I think my internet is actually better up in Georgia.
Yeah, tonight it was awful, by the way. Somebody said you have Windows Vista.
No, so I had to move so I paid AT&T to move, what do you call that thing, the Ethernet, from one end of my house to the other so I could plug in at the office so me and my wife could plug in because my wife works from home. And now the oldest one moved in for a little bit because I'm basically gone until fucking December, and let her stack some cash and then leave. But the Ethernet is all the way over there, so then we're going to have to pay AT&T another fucking $200 to fucking run it back through my fucking ceiling all the way back here just to have it move it back that way. It's a whole fucking thing. But anywho, I'll be back Sunday night regardless. To hopefully it's a good tournament. I feel like this place gives us a decent tournament, and then we get to talk about the Wyndham. So, and I'll have my palate cleansed from not having to watch Scotty steal all my money, so I won't be as grouchy.
There you go. Yeah, you got a 2-week reprieve from Scotty ruining all our lives.
And we get to go to what matters, the FedEx Cup playoff.
Okay. All right, let's end the show.
All right, we'll see you motherfuckers on Sunday. Bye.